The observer theory, a new lens on existence. Imagine a universe where reality isn't something fixed or absolute, but something alive, emerging moment by moment, woven together by the act of observation, not just by us as conscious beings, but by everything, particles, waves, even space itself. What if existence isn't a standalone truth, but a participatory event, an intricate dance of observation creating the world around us? This is the observer theory, a perspective that flips our understanding of reality on its head. It suggests that the universe doesn't simply exist, it's constantly being created. The premise: existence through observation. At its core, observer theory proposes that reality isn't an independent backdrop. It's an interaction, a collaboration between everything that exists. Every particle is both an observer and the observed, constantly aware of others around it. This web of mutual awareness forms the foundation of what we perceive as reality. Without observation, there's nothing. No solidity, no form, no time. The universe doesn't exist as a static entity. It unfolds dynamically, moment by moment, through observation itself. The story of reality, a collective agreement. Take a moment to look at the world around you. The solidity of your desk, the light from a window, the faint hum of distant noise. All of it feels stable, permanent. But observer theory suggests this stability is an illusion, a product of collective agreement. Each particle of your desk is in constant interaction with its neighbors, observing and responding to their presence. These observations ripple outward, involving photons, air molecules, and eventually your own perception. This network of interactions creates a shared reality, one where the desk feels solid and consistent. It's not because the desk is inherently real, it's because enough observations agree on its existence at this moment in time. The unobserved universe, a sea of potential. But what happens where there's no observation? Observer theory suggests that unobserved parts of the universe exist only as probabilities, a swirling sea of potential. Just as Schrödinger's cat is both alive and dead until someone looks inside the box, unobserved regions of reality remain undefined, waiting for observation to make them real. This isn't limited to tiny particles. Even vast cosmic phenomena may exist in a blurred, indeterminate state until they're observed by a telescope, a passing star, or even their own internal interactions. Observation doesn't just reveal reality, it creates it. Consciousness, the amplifier. Where do we, as conscious beings, fit into this vast network of observation? Human consciousness is like a magnifying glass in this web of existence. While particles and waves observe each other on microscopic scales, our awareness amplifies reality on a grand scale. The more people observe and interpret something, the realer it becomes. Think about a major historical event. Its reality doesn't just rest in what happened, but in the billions of minds observing it, interpreting it, and locking it into existence. Our consciousness doesn't create reality, but shapes and intensifies it, like a spotlight in the darkness. Reality as a living flow observation isn't static. It's dynamic, reciprocal, and ever-changing. Every act of observation reshapes the universe slightly, creating the flow of time and the evolution of matter. This is why reality feels alive, constantly moving and evolving. Time itself, in this view, isn't a fixed timeline, but a record of how observations have unfolded. The past, present, and future are simply parts of the observation web. Some areas fully defined, others still hazy and waiting to solidify. Fragility and gaps in reality. But what happens when the network of observation weakens or fails? Unexplained phenomena, glitches in memory, strange coincidences, or even bizarre anomalies might be signs of these gaps. Where observation is sparse or disrupted, reality becomes unstable, leaving holes in the fabric of existence. These anomalies remind us that reality, while it feels solid, is fragile and dependent on the collective act of observation. A participatory universe. The observer theory asks us to rethink existence itself. What if the universe isn't a pre-existing stage, but an endless act of co-creation? Every interaction, every observation, whether it's a particle colliding in deep space or a person gazing at the stars, is an act of making the universe real. Without observation, there is no reality, only potential. And with observation, existence becomes a shared, participatory event, one moment at a time. In this view, the universe is not something we passively inhabit. It's something we are actively helping to create simply by being part of it. Reality, it turns out, isn't a place. It's a process, and we are all part of its infinite unfolding story.